Look at her. She's such a wild woman. My daughter. Gorgeous, right? You can't borrow this wig. This is Lumina's. Truth or dare, truth or dare. Come on in, everybody. We've got to get to so much. I'm going to get into the Madonna mystery. But first, we've got to celebrate this wonderful country. Are you happy? Yes, honey. Reporting for duty. Hi, Carrie. Welcome all my trashies, Total Trash Live viewers and fans. Happy Independence Day. All my ladies, independent, throw your hands up at us. Are you independent, Lumina? She's got detachable limbs. She's patriotic. She is a true patriot. Thank you, Carrie. Look at this. She's got the Rachel, our Rachel patriotic wig. You're amazing, Jonathan. I love all my trashies. Pete, what is your opinion of punk rock? Honey, my daughter's punk rock, Lumina. I heard somebody say that Avril Lavigne was punk rock. Oh, no. Avril Lavigne's a skater girl. Punk rock is Lumina. Look at this hair. This is punk rock. Now, we're going to get to the Madonna mystery. And it's been a very, very distressing time. My daughter Lumina's got to go. 4th of July, honey. Ah. She lost this limb, and her wig. She lost this limb with a bottle rocket. You've got to be careful with your firecrackers. That's not a wig on Lumina. She grew it out herself. It's a wig. It just fell off. We're going to get to the Madonna mystery in a second. Honey, what's going on? Is Madonna okay? Lumina, one of my trashies just said Lumina needs a Bud Light bikini. Buy it for her for the Bacterial Supreme Court. Did you guys see that the New York Post called Madonna the Bacterial Girl? How dare they? That's not funny. Gosh darn it! It's been so upsetting. I've been so askew and unhinged since Madonna fell ill. And I have tickets to that concert that's been postponed. And you better believe it's not canceled. It's going to be postponed. I have all the inside dish in a second. But happy Independence Weekend. Aren't you proud of this country? Somebody has to be. Oh, honey. I have a tip for everybody if they're barbecuing this weekend. I love you too, my trashies. You can't, Inside Edition told me you can't barbecue hamburgers because it gives carcinogens. And I don't know who she is, but we don't want her. We don't want carcinogens. Apparently the fat falls down into the barbecue and it gives the burger carcinogens. The House of Carcinogen, honey. And the mother of that House of Carcinogen is Amy Comey Barrett. Honey, that's mother of the House of Carcinogen. And we're going to get to all the askew, all the unhinged, like Lori Smith. Do you know about Lori Smith, honey? She's the one, they have that Supreme. She's the one that changed the Supreme Court because she has imaginary friends. She has imaginary enemies that want her to make a website. Who's this imaginary gay that Lori Smith got the Supreme Court to change? Who is it? Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? She's nobody, honey. First of all, who needs to go to anybody to make a website? I mean, just use Wix. It's all unhinged. It's all askew. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Total Trash Live. This is the show where we give you all the total trash. And I'm going to get to the Madonna mystery. And, I have all the details. I did all the investigation. I've been investigating Madonna for 40 years. So only Total Trash Live can do this investigation. Thank you. Thank you. And if anybody has any thoughts and questions about the Madonna mystery, just let her know. Also, it's, everyone have a great 4th of July. I'm going to a drone, instead of fireworks in LA, they're doing drones. Honey, it's AI, it's askew, it's unhinged, it's just robots in the sky. Honey, Lumina should go up into the sky and light herself on fire, like only Lumina can. I'm going to shoot Lumina up into the sky. She won't explode, but she'll just light up the sky. Now, So we're celebrating, for 4th of July, everyone's celebrating the United States of Florida. Come on in, everybody. The show's just beginning. We're talking about the United States of Florida. And Amy Coney Barrett, the mother of the House of Carcinogens. Because, also, I don't trust anybody with 3 names. Amy Coney Barrett. What's the other one? Heard she got the bacteria infection at a Kiki function in Brooklyn. Did you really? Well, we're going to get to that because, you know, this is the some of the information I have on Madonna. First of all, you know, her family rushed to her side. Lourdes came from Paris. Apparently, Rocco came from London. I don't know if the people from her family from Michigan came. I don't think that they did. I don't think they came, but somebody was leaking information to the Daily Mail. It's probably the brother Christopher, because she loves attention. Who is it? Who's leaking the information in that family? Who's leaky in the Ciccone family? The brother Christopher, honey. That's who's leaky. Oh, honey, I got to tell you something. So I spent my 4th of July weekend. I went to see Indiana Jones and the flux capacitor. That's what it should be called, honey. Indiana Jones and the flux capacitor. Because it's about a time machine. It's about a mechanism that's a time machine. Anyway, they have AI. Harrison Ford's AI in the first scene, they made him 40. I'm not going to give anything away, but it's AI. Okay? And I went to see, you know, I always go to see my movies at Look Cinema. I know all of my trashes are leaking. You guys are leaky, and that's why I love you. And you all probably have a bacterial infection. Usually, you know, I go see movies at Look Cinema. You know I love Look. If you don't know about Look, watch that last episode. I go to Look because it's a Craftmatic adjustable bed, and then everything goes downhill from there. It's always unhinged. It's always askew at Look, and I love it. I love it. Well, I went to a different movie theater. I just tried to change it up, and because I went to the El Capitan, because everyone says it's so fancy, it's like going back in time. Well, it might have been went back in time, honey, but it was back to prehistoric time, because they sat down 2 homeless people next to me, and they smelled like body odor. And I know you're going to say, oh, that's so mean. No, honey, I'm not joking. They weren't just body odor, it smelled like homeless people. And if anybody that lives in Hollywood knows that we have a homeless problem, and I think that they sat down for as a charity event, homeless people at the El Capitan. And I had to move, honey. I had to move my seat. But I'll never go back to El Capitan again, honey. It's strictly Look. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Is Look Cinema near Americana at brand? You know damn well it is, Tim. That's one of my favorite trashies, Tim. Ugh, Americana at brand, honey. Look it up. Now we're going to get to the Madonna mystery in a second. But first, I got to tell you more about my 4th of July weekend. So I went to Larchmont Village because I had to get the tabloids. That's where they have the tabloids, honey. There's the only place in town with a magazine stand to get my tabloids. And what do you see this cover, honey? Oh, honey, poor Meghan and Harry. Poor Meghan and Harry. But what do you see this cover? I went to Larchmont Village, and I went there to get the tabloids, but there's apparently some new bakery that opened up there from New York called Levain. Oh, honey, they're lining down the block for cookies. Well, I hope it's not gay cookies, because someone's going to have to contact the Supreme Court. Because you can't have gay cookies, you can't have gay websites. So I don't know why everyone wants those cookies, honey. I hope they're spiked with edibles. I survived, honey. I survived it all, Nadia. Hi, honey. I survived it all, honey. I survived Madonna passing out, and barely. I barely survived it myself. Anyway, so I went to Larchmont Village, and then I don't know why I went there. To get tabloids, that's why I went there. And so I went to Groundworks Coffee. Honey, that place might as well be called Amy Coney Barrett. I hate 3 names, and Groundworks Coffee is a horrible name for a business. Groundworks. I don't like to work, and I don't like the ground. Air rich. Air rich is what a coffee shop I like. So anyway, I went in there to buy myself a cup of coffee after I bought my tabloids, and I got Vanity Fair magazine because there's an article in there about how Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are fighting over who owns a winery. Who owns it? Who owns it? Anyway, I went to go get coffee at Groundworks, and so I gave her I went to pay with my debit card, and she went like this. We don't, oh, I know, I went to give her my, a $10 bill to pay with it, to pay for my coffee, and she went like this. We don't take cash. I mean, she was so upset about it. She was so upset. Groundworks, honey, they hate cash. And that's why I was like, okay, fine, I'll use your card. But usually I give top dollar tips. You know, they give you 3 options. I gave her middle. She got middle. She was too scared of cash, honey. You don't take cash? Honey, what a weekend. First I had to sit next to stinky homeless people at El Capitan, and now they won't take cash. What is this country coming to? United States of Florida. Who is she? Who is she? This country is bacterial. Now we're going to get to this Madonna mystery. It's just too much for me. Also, look what I got. Look what they gave me at the El Capitan. Honey, who is she? Is she me? Who is she? Is she me? Who is she? This is AI. Honey, they use AI in Indiana Jones and the flux capacitor. Why not just use AI for the entire movie and like Harrison Ford can just be young? I don't get it. I don't get it. And they probably and they probably don't take cash. She should have been giving 0 tips for not taking cash. Oh, speaking of tips, honey, so she didn't take cash, but there was a tip jar full of cash. What? Groundworks doesn't take cash, but there's a tip jar full of cash? What kind of business is this? This is unhinged. This is askew. This is worse than Look Theater. Oh, Groundworks doesn't take cash, but you take cash. Well, I didn't give you cash. Oh, honey, it's a mess. I didn't give you a tip cash. Honey, she's Amy Comey Barron. She's Barry Comey Amy. She's Groundwork. She's working ground. She's bacterial, and she's infected. Now let's get to this Madonna mystery, and I have all the headlines. It's just so askew. I have 3 tickets to Madonna. I've said this before, and I said this again. August, I was seeing her in Pittsburgh, taking my father for the first time. End of September here in Los Angeles. And then January for my birthday back in Los Angeles. So when I saw that this tour was happening in January, I for sure thought Madonna was going to do a giant, like, football arena stadium tours. Like Beyonce's doing. Oh, by the way, why is Beyonce, every time I see clips of her tour, why is it always daylight? I can't go to a concert in daylight. I don't do parties in daylight. I won't get out of the house until the sun sets. I won't party or go to concerts till the sun sets. So, I won't go to Beyonce's concert. Sorry. I don't know why she's having that concert in daylight. Just because there's no roof. Take the tip jar and explain they don't take cash. That's what one of the trashies just said. Oh, that's what I should have did. Tastes like the 4th of July. Thank you, Trashy. She's the light. Beyonce's the light. Well, she's lit from within. And believe me, I'm not going to say anything negative of Beyonce. Because the beehives are going to sting me like all the swarms. Oh, wait a minute. Before I get to Madonna, it's 7 o'clock. Inside Edition's on.
If you're getting together with friends over the summer, chances are you might find yourself around a fire.
Oh, you better not have hamburgers because it's carcinogens.
And while millions of people do use them safely, it's important to know...
Fire pit dangers?
Lisa Guerrero with some important fire pit tips.
I hope all my trashies are getting this important info. Oh, my gosh. Oh my, I'm hinged.
Fire pits exploding.
Exploding fire pits. Honey, this is your fireworks. Who needs drones? Look, happy Halloween. Trick or treat. A trick.
Lopez says she and her grandkids are still traumatized from the incident.
Next time now, it just explodes. I've never in my life had that happen to me.
And this is what...
Honey, that woman's voice. Honey, what's going on with that woman's voice? I love it. I listen to that voice when I fall asleep at night. Honey, that voice gave Madonna a bacterial infection. You want to know what the truth about Madonna is? It's that woman's voice. That, you know what a fire pit is in America? We call that the Supreme Court, honey. And it just explodes. That's a fire pit. That's a fire pit. Somebody, one of my trashies just wrote, her voice sounds potentially reptilian. Honey, if you're QAnon, it's just all too much. Happy Independence Day, all my women. Oh my God, I think that one with the giant skeleton is my neighbor. That's what one of my trashies just wrote. Oh, well, honey, you better make sure your house doesn't burn up, Tim. One of the trashies just wrote that skeleton's out year-round. Tim wrote that. You have a neighbor that has Halloween year-round? I like that. Hopefully they don't have a fire pit, honey. Your house is going to go up in flames. We've got to get to this Madonna mystery. Now, first of all, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the tour. When I thought that there were so many dates for that tour, I knew something was up, honey. I said, who did this? Who's doing the booking? Who's trying to... The Supreme Court? Who gave her all those dates that are trying to break her? Trashies unite. I mean, somebody was trying to give Madonna so many tour dates that she broke. Just like they did to Michael Jackson. And that's what one of the headlines were, honey. It was like, they're saying Madonna's friends are worried that she's going to end up like Michael Jackson. Because Michael Jackson was just about to go on tour and with This Is It. Because then it was. Because then he died. And I'm worried about it, honey. I'm worried about it, honey. I know you're a proud trashy. Thank you, honey. So, Madonna's family believed that she wasn't going to make it, that she wasn't going to pull through. These are the headlines, honey. Madonna rushed to the hospital, incubated in ICU after being found unresponsive. Now, you know when they're going to put those tubes down your throat when you get incubated? That it's probably hurt her vocal cords. Now, when do you think this tour is going to start? What do you think happened? Do you think it was really bacterial infection? Do you think it was some sort of plastic surgery gone askew? Do you think it was somebody poisoned her? What do you think it is? I'll tell you what I think it is, honey. So I thought at one point maybe it was pain pills because, you know, she had that hip reduction. This is all allegedly, and this is all theoretical in my theory. Allegedly theoretical. The trashies, one said filler rejection, one said botched. Another trashie said I think it was meningitis. So one theory is I thought maybe another trashie wrote she's going to sound vocal corder but without the vocal corder. Leave Madonna alone. I agree. First of all, before I continue, I just want to say wonderful and give wonderful vibes to Madonna. Hail Mary, full of grace. Put Madonna in a great, healthy place. My mother taught me that when I'm looking for parking in LA, I say, Hail Mary, full of grace, let me find a parking space. You can use it too, it works. Allegedly. Now, one of my trashies just wrote, she probably wants to be the first to perform a concert on the moon. Honey, Madonna could perform anywhere. So I thought maybe somebody tried to poison her and try to, was Warner Brothers trying to take control of her catalog? Because, you know, all these celebrities and all these older stars are worth more dead. George Michael, Whitney, Michael, Prince, they're all worth dead, more dead. So then I thought, well, maybe she took too many pain pills from that hip replacement. And it just went, she was too tired and things went overboard. Then another theory is, you know, she does B12 shots when she's feeling tired. And allegedly the rumor is that she had a fever for a month and she didn't want to stop rehearsal. And I believe that. Because they're going to say if she has to postpone things, she's worried that they're going to say, oh, she's old, she can't do it. And they're saying that now. So I was like, well, maybe she had to give herself a B12 shot and it was infected. Okay? Or maybe she was giving herself a filler, or maybe she got a bad filler and it was infected. Carrie Trashy wrote, you have to get back to your Victoria screening. I hope it wasn't Bob the drag queen dragging her to that dirty Kiki in Brooklyn that did it. Love you and Madge. Oh, Carrie, I've got to look into this party in Brooklyn, because I believe that you can get meningitis from party in Brooklyn. I'm lucky that this never happened to me. I hope she heals from this also, my trashy. So, then I saw this headline. Madonna was in the studio with Katy Perry hours before the collapse. Honey, that's all I needed to hear. Was Katy Perry behind it, trying to sabotage Madonna's tour? Or, did she allegedly maybe give Madonna a pill and it put her over the edge? Or were they both giving each other B12 shots? No, honey, what really happened to Madonna is Katy Perry kissed her and gave her a bacterial infection. Case closed. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Katy Perry told us what she was going to do. She kissed Madonna and gave her a bacterial infection, and now they call her the bacterial girl. Hail Mary, full of grace, put Madonna in a great place. I have a tale to tell. Case closed, Katy Perry. Unhinged, askew. And that's all there is to it. But this is what I think is going to happen next. Madonna, apparently there's two rumors. One says Madonna's going to scale back the tour. Another says she's not going to scale back the tour. She's going to start back up again in August. And she's laying in bed taking meetings, and she's being pumped full of vitamins and fluids. And I believe that that's what's going to happen. I believe that's what's going to happen. I believe that the tour is going to start in August, and it's going to start probably in Detroit because that's a date that's in August. Or I hope that she starts the tour in Pittsburgh, and I'll be there for opening night, and I'll give all my trashies exclusive live footage like only I can. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I have a tale to tell. That's right. Thank you. Now, we're going to move on from this because I was very unhinged when this was all breaking news. I mean, I still haven't recovered. I need to recover. I need to be pumped full of B12s and vitamins. And all I got was a grounded Coffee Works, and I couldn't pay with cash. You were supposed to be at the first show in Seattle, my trashy. She will come back stronger than ever, my trashy. I know she will. Honey, express yourself. You know, you've got to. But it's all Katy Perry's fault. And by the way, it's always Katy Perry's fault. Do you see how she made that woman cry on American Idol? Surprised she didn't give her a bacterial infection. Speaking of bacterial infection, look at this headline. Kim Kardashian says some people didn't know who Marilyn Monroe was before she wore her dress. Oh, I believe that. I believe there are stupid people that don't know who Marilyn Monroe was. I believe that probably the state of Florida doesn't know, or the Supreme Court. Okay? But you know what? You know what I knew? That I was completely unhinged and stressed out when she practically destroyed Marilyn Monroe's dress. Okay? We don't need her to go to Madonna's concert to try to stretch that and destroy it. How dare you? Gosh darn it! Everyone trying to attack all of my divas. Kim Kardashian's after Marilyn. Katy Perry's after Madonna. No, honey. No. Now, are you guys ready to play one of my favorite Total Trash Live games? And then we're going to get to the tabloids. Are you guys ready? Who do you think this is? They took two different celebrity faces. Can you identify the two celebrities who they've merged together? And it's not Madonna and Kim Kardashian, and it's not Madonna and Katy Perry. Any guesses? Anybody who gets this wins nothing. I love my trashies. Marilyn Monroe is a part of American history. You better know who she is. Thank you, my trashy. But America doesn't know their history. Certainly the Supreme Court. Bacterial Court. Somebody just wrote Emma Stone and the other chick. Margot Robbie. Barbie and Emma Stone. No, the correct answer is... Well, I forgot to do the... Who is this? Who is she? This is Amanda Seyfried and Anna Taylor-Joy. Another person with three names. I don't like three people names. Just pick two names. I feel like people who have three names are trying to really act like they're all that, and they're not all that. You know who's all that? Madonna. And we're wishing her well, and she's all that. Because I did my Madonna. You know how upset I was when Michael Jackson died? Oh, honey, I was unhinged for weeks. Madonna, we cannot lose Madonna, honey. Because I'll lose my mind. I'll probably be put in an insane asylum, or I'll have to go work at Groundworks. Are you guys ready to play one more game before we move on to these tabloids? Open your heart to me. Are you guys ready? Oh, I love this game. They took somebody's face and they squeezed it. Can you identify the celebrity whose face we've squeezed and pulled into an unrecognizable image? Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Somebody is outside banging and trying to destroy Total Trash Live. It's probably Sheila, that downstairs neighbor that always wants to ruin this show. You got it, Leslie Jones, my trashy. Ugh, you guys are good. Someone's trying to destroy this show. No, it wasn't Viola Davis. Ugh. Now let's get to these tabloids. Wait till you see this. The Weeknd, honey. Honey, The Weeknd got a new face. Grifters Harry and Meghan fired. $15 million podcast scam blows up. It didn't deliver. Faked interviews? Who are they faking interviewing? That woman who had the fake customers for her fake website that destroyed the Supreme Court? Lazy and talentless? Ah, lazy and talentless, or talentless and lazy? You tell me. Also, don't go swimming. There's a shark feeding frenzy. And don't make hamburgers on the grill. They tried to pay with cash for coffee. That's right, honey. Honey, can she turn pages? Does she know how to turn pages with these gloves? Wendy, let's see here. Wendy Williams' sweet revenge. Oh, yes, honey. Cheating ex is down and out and is dumped by his baby mom. Look at her. She's laughing with that wig. Wendy has been grinning ear to ear since learning her ex is struggling. So what do you mean? She's acting like she was unhinged so she could stop payments? Kevin Hunter, who shares daughter Journey with Sharina, claims he's broke. Gleeful Wendy Williams is getting the last laugh after cheating ex-husband Kevin Hunter got dumped by the baby mama who had his love child while he was still wed to the TV motor mouth. Not TV motor mouth. Oh no, honey. Wait a minute. This is all becoming unhinged. Wendy has been smiling since she heard the news. Oh my God. Under the terms of the chatterbox divorce from Hunter, she doesn't have to send her ex a dime if she's not working. So she faked this whole unhingedness? Ugh. There are a lot of people who are very aware there is an issue with her drinking. Whoever has been hired to watch over his mom are taking advantage of someone who needs to get better. So she's not better. She's not better, and he lost his money because she's not better. Oh, honey, what a story. Brittany Jane, it's your mother, Lynn Spears. Honey, spearfishing mom gets hooked into Brit. What? Lynn Spears recently patched up her relationship with her Pop-Tart star daughter. Brittany previously trashed her family on social media. Honey, she's so busy spinning. Love child never meant to be. Britney Spears' meddling mom is urging the pop star to make peace with estranged sister Jamie Lynn. But sources fear the proposal may be a secret family ploy to get their hooks back in the troubled toxic singer. Oh, look at that father. Oh, one of my truest loves of my life. Lynn is thrilled to be back on good terms with Britney. She's working overtime to rebuild trust between them and move towards a positive direction, and insider spells. A bristling Britney significantly raged against Jamie Lynn for dishing about her in the tell-all things I should have said. Now sources worry Pusha Lynn is moving too fast to repair broken ties. The insider confides the ultimate fear is the family winds up weaseling their way back into Britney's life again and calling the shots like they did before with everything, including her wallet. Sources equal me. That is right, my trashy. Thank you for being sources. Groundworks. Harry and Meghan, the grift of grab. They're grifters. They're grifters. A $20 million Netflix deal may be in jeopardy. Losing Spotify could cost them $10 million. Spotify sacks slacker royals as Hollywood finally gets wise. No talents. Harry and Meghan have lost their cushy $15 million Spotify podcast deal after an outraged exec at the streaming service fired the money-grubbing couple and other branded them grifters. Not grifters. The National Enquirer reveals the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were banking on their royal status to make them superstars, but sources claim the lazy pair didn't break a sweat to earn their keep. Now the $20 million Netflix deal is also in danger for poor performance. Oh, honey, they thought rehashing their woe is us victim story was their road to financial freedom, but it's failed spectacularly. What do they have left? Honey, they have those titles. They gotta use those titles. But you need to work hard, very hard to achieve that. And so far, Meghan and Harry seem to have a severe allergy to work. Oh, go work at Groundworks. Taking selfies while wearing beautiful clothes beats working for a living. But the Sussex popularity plummets. Oh, honey, I would love to just wear beautiful outfits for a living. I think I am. And a shocking blast, Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne, educate me, tell me. And Nepo baby Kelly dissed the Duke for whining and whining, complaining, calling Harry a fucking twat for his endless woe is me antics. It seems Hollywood has gotten wise to the Sussexes. Frankly, it's about time. Oh, please, those two shouldn't even be talking. Oh, Kevin Costner cheating scandal explodes. Pregnantly bombshell and the other woman. Whitney Houston, estranged wife get cozy with their new hunky tenant. I don't get it, and I don't care. How about that? Honey, I'm having trouble. I can't look at him. Ben's face is frozen. Benefa! The Star 50 once had 4 headlines. But now she's frozen. When your heart's not open. If I could freeze your face. Benefa, Ben, your face is frozen. Get over here. I gotta get to work. I got 5 jobs. You got none. Your face is frozen. I'm Benefa. Affleck's face looked oddly smooth at the recent movie premiere. Oh, of course, and her face is frozen. They're both frozen. Pals and experts blame Botox, and I'm the expert. Batman hunk Ben Affleck shocked friends and family with his new Botox-looking frozen face, leaving sources buzzing the leading man's trapped in a serious midlife crisis. He better watch he doesn't get into a bacterial infection from an affected needle. We'll have to cancel Benefer. Honey, I wish they'd cancel Benefer. Cancel her. Let's keep moving. Getting a full face of Botox is not Ben's style. His friends are convinced this is more proof he's in some sort of midlife crisis. They're all hoping he'll snap out of it. She's so image conscious, she'll always nag him to straighten up and look well-groomed. So the assumption is that she pushed him into freezing his face with fillers, and a lot of people think it's gone too far. Thank you, Tim. My trashy Tim said they'd never look better. They'd never look more frozen. Britney dreams of bigger butt. Oh no, honey. Spears is insecure by her iffy bitty booty. She better not get butt injections or she'll get bacterial. Oops, I bacterialed again. Mean Girl Ellen broke my heart. Were these two in love? Rosie was in love with Ellen and Ellen was in love with Rosie? What about their faces? Are they frozen? Hard-nosed Rosie has finally revealed the root of her rift with former BFF Ellen. We had our weirdness in our relationship. I don't know if it's jealousy, competition, or the fact that she said a mean thing about me once that really hurt my feelings. When King asked Ellen, whatever happened to Rosie O'Donnell's show, she went down the tubes. O'Donnell claims Ellie said, I don't know Rosie, we're not friends. She thinks she's Mariah Carey. I don't know her. I don't know her. Oh, honey. Oh, also, Rosie said that Madonna's doing fine, although she said she didn't talk to her. And Debbie Mazur said that Rosie's doing that Madonna's doing fine. And I do believe that. I believe Debbie. Migraine pitch gives Lady Gaga pain in the butt. Gaga is featured in a new ad for migraine medicine. Loopy Lady Gaga is being slammed as a greedy sellout for shilling a migraine medicine. Oh, honey, she probably gave Madonna the bacterial. And Insider admits Gaga doesn't understand the uproar. Oh, yeah, I saw a commercial. She's doing these Pfizer Nutric ODT along with safety information about a glowing What? The Bad Romance singer. What is this? Okay. Loopy Lady Gaga is being slammed as a greedy sellout for shilling a prescription medicine, migraine medicine. And her paid promotion is being a massive headache for the pop performer. Okay, honey, she has a headache. They probably give it to her for free. Pills are so expensive. Oh, she better not overdose and have to cancel her tour. Ooh, bad migraine. And finally, we end with this. Best places to survive alien attack on U.S. Virginia is the safest, and Nevada is the worst. Well, what about California? The terrifying surge of UFO sightings has triggered fears of looming alien invasion. Oh, honey, they're already here. They're already here. And she's the 4th of July. And her name is Lumina. The terrifying surge of UFO sightings has triggered fears of a looming alien invasion. And a bombshell new study reveals the western U.S. will not survive. The western U.S., with countless millions massacred by bloodthirsty ETs. They're not bloodthirsty, they're wig-thirsty. Based on a state-by-state analysis of police response, population density, and natural cover like forests and caves, Virginia comes up the safest. Thank you. Georgia and Massachusetts are next, followed by New York City. Oh yeah, honey, nobody wants to go to those states. They're aliens. Meanwhile, the most dangerous place to live with aliens is Nevada. Well, because, honey, aliens want to go to Las Vegas and gamble and see Usher's concert. Like other low-scoring western states, including New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Idaho, Nevada has massive, wide-open ranges and deserts with forests. But what about California? California's number 20. Oh, that's good. I feel safe. I don't know what this means. The last thing I need is aliens coming and trying to take my daughter Lumina away. I don't need that. But if you guys live in Nevada, oh well, good luck. Where is she? E.T. was cute. Total Trash Bunker, my trashy, just said, Madonna will save us. Of course she will, my trashy. The last thing, my trashy. Hi, Carrie, my trashy. I do have full custody of my 4th of July. Of my 4th of July Lumina. Honey, her wig is all caught. Lumina. My daughter doesn't know how to work a wig yet. She hasn't taken any classes for wig wear. Isn't this gorgeous? This is my 4th of July baby. Well, thank you so much for another edition of Total Trash Live. Oh, God, not again. Just take her away and leave me alone. My daughter was just kidnapped with a hard P from the aliens again. I can't fight them anymore. I'm exhausted from being stressed out over Madonna. Where is she? Where's Madonna? Where's my daughter kidnapped? Like Halle Berry movie. Oh, I'm exhausted. Home invasion is right. What's going on? Clearly Lumina was kidnapped with a hard P again. Oh, well, what are you going to do? What are you guys doing for the 4th of July? I'm gonna go do see a drone show. I guess I can't see Lumina. I can't bring Lumina since she's been kidnapped. Another fabulous episode. Thank you, my trashy. Also, this episode's going to be a podcast. So wherever you get your podcasts, on Spotify, Apple, and iTunes, it's a Total Trash podcast. You can listen to it all over again. And this episode will also be on my YouTube channel, The Pete Zaya Show. Also join my Patreon, Pete Zaya, so you'll get the podcast early. And some exclusive things. Oh, I forgot to talk to you about In Just Like That. Are you guys watching In Just Like That? Honey, speaking of mystery, what is that show about? What's the plot? The costumes are a mess, the writing's a mess, the acting's a mess, the direction's a mess, the set design's a mess. Carrie's apartment looks like a set. Back in the original Sex and the City, it looked like somebody's apartment. I watch every episode, though. They could put those women on the moon and I'll watch them. And Just Like That. When Samantha comes back, honey, I'm going to scream. And my neighbors are going to call Child Protective Services because they're going to think I've been kidnapped with a harpy. And Just Like That, you didn't watch it? Oh, you got to watch it Just Like That. The outfits are insane. Miranda's a crazy lesbian now. And there's nothing wrong with that, unless you're the Supreme Court. Charlotte's face, speaking of Botox, honey, they shouldn't talk about Ben Affleck's face being frozen. When your heart's not open, it's Charlotte. Carrie Bradshaw needs to like curl her hair. She needs a loose curl. And there's a bunch of other characters. They have a bunch of non-white friends now. And as if any of those people in New York would be friends with those weird white women. That wouldn't have happened. It's just, it's a skew, honey. It's real skew. There's a non-gender specific person on it. Oh, they have everybody on that show, honey. You know who they don't have? Lumina. They need to have Lumina on that show. Okay? So they need to call me. Yes, my trashy Maria Cantone is still in it. She's still a homosexual. I'm surprised they didn't change her character. All of a sudden, she's just like a whole new person with a whole new head. Where can I stream and not on YouTube? No, honey, you have to have Max, not Cinemax, not HBO Max, just Max, honey. They changed their name because they didn't want anybody to know that show's on the air. I don't know why they changed the name of that network. And Avril, yes, and my trashies, you know, one of my trashies wants me to tell everybody that Avril Lavigne is not punk. Somebody told one of my trashies that Avril Lavigne is punk. Now, punk is CBGBs. Punk is Lumina. Punk is, you know, the Ramones. Okay? Punk is not Avril Lavigne. She's TRL. Not TTL, that's Total Trash Live. She's TRL. Che Max, honey. That's right, that's what my trashies just said. Che Max. That's what they should change it to, for Che. And Just Like That. And in Just Like That, that show makes no sense. I don't know what the plot is. In one episode, they all got robbed, and they're like this, oh, don't rob me. Oh, please, honey. There's not even real people. And Just Like That, they're all aliens. They're not aliens like my daughter. The alien like that just came and took my daughter away. The Violent Femmes. I saw the Violent Femmes in concert. That was my first concert. I saw the B-52s in Pittsburgh, and the Violent Femmes opened up for the B-52s. That was my first concert. They're punk. Oh, honey, and Just Like That should be AI. Thank you, Tim. And Just Like That. Honey, this show is not AI. This show is all real and all unhinged. Michael Jordan, not Michael B. Jordan, my trashy. Yes, Michael Jordan disapproving of his son dating Laura. Lumina's foot is not lost, it's here, it's just broke. Larsa Pippen. Michael Jordan's son is dating Larsa Pippen, who is Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Honey, does that make sense? It's unhinged, it's askew. It's NBA, it's basketball. That's Basketball Diaries. But are you AI? My trashy? All my trashies are AI, honey. Absolutely intense. Oh, well, I gotta go, honey. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Just like a prayer, Madonna will take us there. Happy 4th of July. Happy 3rd of July. I'm an independent woman. Come join the party. Yeah. And everybody's going to celebrate. Madonna's going to get back on tour. She just has to. Gosh darn it. I can't have 3 canceled tickets. And I can't have Madonna sick. She's got to get better. Help me. My hat fell off. I'm having a meltdown. Ugh. Well, it's a holiday week. It'll be okay. Thank you, my trashy. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time on Total Trash Live, and let's stay in touch, and I'll give you all the updates on Madonna. I think we're going to find out this week updates about the tour after the 4th. I'm sure she's got the best doctors, pumping her full of IVs. Ah, pump up the jam. I want to get pumped up. We do have the technology, my trashy, to rebuild her and rebuild me. Rebuild me full of Ozempic. Ah, I need some Ozempic. I need some Ozempic. I need some Ozempic. I need some Ozempic. Oh, I have a doctor on staff here. I need some Ozempic. I make sure I'm okay. I need some Ozempic. I need some Ozempic. I'm going to shoot myself up with some Ozempic. Hopefully I don't get any bacterial. Good night, my trashies. Put your love to the test. You know you've got to.